Okay, this is the watch list for Friday, which would be February 26th. The SPY, let's go back a couple days, and again, I talked about this. SPY's been in a range, and really just about 2 weeks ago, it felt like we were headed down into oblivion. Right about there on that day, but we also talked about a possible double bottom. And then you've made this massive move. Then it looked like, okay, we're near the top of a range. It's probably going to head lower. Then it gaps up and hits what was about the 50-day. Then we all said, okay, now we're back down into the range. And then look what happens. We gap down, and just in 2 days, which nobody, when we gap down here, thought in 2 sessions we're going to be back up above recent highs. So it's not a predictable market, but it doesn't matter. We just trade what we find on an intraday basis. Go to cash every night. You can't get in trouble that way. Now, having said that, this big 2-day move like this leaves very few charts that don't look similar. As you know, the overall market brings a lot of stocks with it. So I guess this is all my excuse as to why this is going to be a pretty short list, because there's not much that's standing out. ENOC is one. I love this pop today after this pop back here. So maybe a red to green or something like that. There's not a lot of resistance in the way of this thing moving higher, so I like this one. SGMS. Actually, this one, I found it just because I like the chart. Okay, had this pop and sideways in big volume today, but it looks like it was probably volume into earnings because it closed at 631, and I'm seeing after hours prints up here at 760, which is probably right about here. So we'll end up having to play that as a gap play tomorrow, but maybe it gives us one of our favorite setups, and we can make some nice money on that one. So that's SGMS. Smith & Wesson, SWHC, breaking out of a range today. And if you look at Ruger, the other big American gun maker, Ruger broke out today. So SWHC, and Ruger on earnings, I believe. So SWHC does have recent highs still above. So this one, to me, has some room to run. I don't like the fact that it's made a 2-day move, but everything has, right? So we'll see. I want to watch that for a potential long. I generally don't like to call a long, again, after 2 green days. But if RGR continues, we'll look to SWHC for as a sympathy play. Weight Watchers. Been trading this one a lot in chat lately. Closes at 15.55. I've been telling everybody earnings are coming after the close today, and it is sitting at $12 right now. Let me see. I think it went down. I can't tell how low it got, but it got looks like below even 11.50. The reason I have it on watch is because a lot of times something gets beaten up on earnings, and then the next day it might tank, but it also might bounce from there. So there should be some good action in Weight Watchers. The reason it's interesting to me is the 200-day is right here at 11.25. So if we were to open, that's one place to look for a bounce. If it were to run down to 10, I really love it down there for a bounce. I have no idea what it's going to do tomorrow, but it's definitely worth having on a chart. Okay, that's WTW. Obviously, they didn't make anybody too happy with their earnings. I don't waste time listening to earnings reports. I just need to know if they're reporting so I can know whether to stay away or not. Well, I don't know why I said that, because I don't overnight anyway. EYES, we've had some nice trades in this one. Last couple days, it's come in. Remember, a couple days ago, I said I'd like to see this come in for a couple days. That has happened, and Friday this might catch a bid because Friday evening they're being featured on HBO special. So this is one that I like as a bounce play now. Big 2-day move, couple days lower. It might rally into the Friday close. People might be scared to hold that short with that segment coming on HBO. So that's, it's worth watching for a trade. Doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart. And then TRGP closed at 24.30. You can kind of picture a little, almost an inverse head and shoulders there, albeit you really don't have much of a shoulder there. I mean, you could call this a shoulder of the head, and then this a little shoulder. So this is a bullish pattern, and it's had nice volume lately. So this one's pretty interesting. Let me look at it on 5-minute candles. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have. I just want to watch it for a potential long. I do like the pattern here on the daily, but being a day trader, this one generally doesn't move very far. Well, that's not true. Looking at the range on this one, 2081 to 2470. Actually, that is a pretty nice daily range. It didn't look like it because the candles look small, but they're actually pretty good range. So anyway, I watch TRGP for a potential long too. Gappers are going to be super important in the morning. Because that's one way, like a Weight Watchers, that's one way you can get your standouts from the crowd and find stuff to play. So we'll be stalking gappers in the morning, and a pretty short list. We'll take it easy. It's Friday. I'm not going to do anything dangerous. I don't want to screw up my weekend by trading too big. So also, if you get a chance, check out. I made a video this afternoon about position size. If you're a struggling trader, and in your heart you know you're trading too big, just take a couple minutes and watch it. I think it'll help you. All right. I'm done babbling. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.